Hello everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here today. We're going to take a quick look at Rndr, which I like to call reindeer, even though it's not. I think it's just the holiday season getting me in the mood there, but thank you so much for joining me. Hope you're having an amazing day. Now let's go ahead and jump right into Bitcoin and transition back over to Rndr. So for Bitcoin, obviously we experienced a nice little 10% dip yesterday. That's pretty standard, pretty normal. We kind of expected that with the the double dead cat there, and of course the price is trending right around 55,000. Okay, now it's normal and expected for the very first day or even second day to be a green day after we have a strong red day. Just the normal sense of everyone trying to add to their position, kind of that whole bears and bulls kind of fighting it out, so to speak. Plus, this being a weekend, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of green days this weekend. Just be mindful early next week we could see a transition to the downside. I'm not expecting to come too much further. I do think 52 should be the lowest, but that's kind of what we're looking at here, right? So just know it's standard for the price to kind of recover on the very first day. You've seen it happen, 4 times in a row, pretty much every single red down. Okay, so let's take a quick peek at simple moving averages. We're well below the moving averages. We will be for some time. Bear in mind, 56,000 is now a resistance level, no longer a support. So we're probably going to see the price trend anywhere between 52 to 54 and or 54 to 56. That is kind of what we're looking at. I'm speculating 54 to 56 this weekend, and then maybe even a little bit lower to find our true bottom, and then we'll see the price start to recover from there. That's essentially what it feels like at this point in time, just based on the technical data alone. All right, so that's kind of where we're at there. And just to transition over to Rndr, just want to let you know, first of all, too, not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes. I just love teaching people how to trade and become better traders. So just note that and understand that I always try to have everyone's best interest in mind, including my own, of course, because that's kind of where it came from. And I just love, helping people be more self-sufficient. So I have a trading community designed with that purpose specifically. Check that out in your own time. We will have new slots available as of the 1st of December, because unfortunately we had a pretty big run this month and I don't have any more room to take on new members. So December 1st, check that out in your own time. All right, taking a look at not December, we're taking a look at Rndr, and what we're doing is we're going to take a quick look at the one-day chart and work our way down as per usual, right? So we had 3 red candles in the last 3 days, and today has been a nice solid green day. So that's awesome to see that. It does look like it's bouncing back essentially here for Rndr. We'll take a look at the smaller time frames to identify, but we're trying to get back up over 70 on the RSI, which is a good sign. That is essentially synonymous, as you can see here, with $7.07. So 707 is effectively the, I guess you could say, support level that it's trying to hold. Its previous resistance, because bear in mind too, that you see this here on the chart, you can identify that right at this point, this Fibonacci retracement level at 710 has been a pretty strong resistance in the recent past. So it couldn't break that 4 days in a row. And today's the 5th day it's trying to break through. And when I say trying to break through, I don't mean that it's actually happened yet. Because yes, the price is above, but has that one-day candlestick closed yet? The answer is no, of course not. Because simply put, one-day chart, one-day candlesticks, strongest support and resistance levels that you can rely on. That's why we use the one-day chart to work our way down. And you can see here as well, too, we have a secondary little support here, right at about $6.11. So 611 was tested 5 times, almost 6 times, and essentially held as a support level over this last 6 days. That's a great sign. So 610 should be the bottom for Rndr at this point in time, based on the fact that that's held very strong on the one-day candlesticks, right? So we got 611 upwards of about 711. So pretty easy numbers there to work with. Just note that this hasn't closed yet. Until it closes above that resistance level, it's not considered a support. Okay, so 711 is still considered a resistance at this point in time. All right, moving on to the 4-hour. We are toying with the 50-day simple moving average. Looks like about 8 hours in a row we've been able to stay above, so that's really, really good news. That does help keep the price action higher, and that could effectively push the price higher from here. So that's a very good sign. We'd definitely like to see that. Also love to see the RSI back up over 50 and under 70. That helps a tremendous amount. We had a MACD convergence here as well at 2100, which is 9 p.m. yesterday. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and mark that on the charts and kind of see what that tells us. Now that's a pretty big candle. It's going to be hard to identify. But simply put, when you have a 4-hour MACD convergence, it's kind of a sign that the momentum has shifted from bearish to bullish. Plus, we're up over the 50-day simple moving average. The only concern I have is that resistance at about 711 on the 1-day candlestick, because otherwise we have nice bullish momentum, nice bullish signs or signals that are indicating that we are potentially on the right side of the fence or spectrum or whatever. Okay, so that's all good stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Ichimoku Cloud. This is kind of the important one here for me. Now the conversion line's above the baseline, awesome. The lagging span is behind, and we're above on the MACD convergence and above the cloud. So this is basically telling us right here now that we are absolutely on the right side of the tracks. So in other words, we got the support level here created by the Ichimoku Cloud, right? So if the price were to come over here and try to come below, it'll commonly and effectively work as a support level. Furthermore, we are above here. We don't have a lagging span. That is essentially telling us that we have a sell signal, right? And we have the conversion line over the baseline. So these are basically check marking all 4 boxes, telling us the Ichimoku Cloud is giving us basically a buy signal. Now, granted, there are false positives that we have here for the Ichimoku Cloud. Okay, so you want to take into consideration support and resistance levels, right? Now, the fact that we're above the resistance level of 711 at this point in time is a very good sign. Keep in mind that's in the short term, not on the long term. So if we look at the 1-day candlestick, it hasn't closed yet. That's my only concern, is that the 1-day candlestick will hold that down as a resistance. If that does happen and the price closes below 711 on the 1-day candlestick, then this is null and void. Ichimoku Cloud doesn't matter as much. If that makes sense, right? Because it's the overall sentiment. It's the macro sometimes overweighs the micro. So anyways, what I'm getting at here is that we have pretty much all good indications of a buy signal right now, minus that 1-day candlestick close. Okay. So again, I'm just a firm believer in making sure the 1-day candlestick closes above the certain specific support and resistance levels. And since Fibonacci retracement is telling us that 711 is a very, very strong support and resistance level, that we have to kind of respect that too. So I would recommend, I wouldn't say necessarily waiting. You can dollar cost average all you want, right? Nothing wrong with that. Just don't put your whole bag in here just yet, because we don't have that full-on 100% confirmation that we're looking for. I think we will once the price action is back above 711 on the 1-day candlestick, or still remains above, if that makes sense. Okay, so those are just little things that I look for. But here's another thing, kind of key takeaway, right? We got this nice strong support bounce at about 570, 572. And then, of course, we have that support level here as well at 610, 611. So we bounced off of 570, came up to here right around 660, came down and held very strong at the support level at 611. Again, the 1-day candlestick close is at 611, and then it came up here. So it's effectively making higher, actually it made higher highs twice, failed to make that higher high here, but it made 3 higher lows. So again, mostly good, but this is a concern here for me. That second higher high was not a higher high, it was a higher low. Or sorry, a lower high. Those words get confusing sometimes. But you can see it here on the chart. That second attempt to break that previous didn't work, right? Therefore, that could effectively hold the price down and close below that resistance level in the 1-day candlestick. So that's my only concern. Again, I'm not trying to worry you at all in that sense, because it's not like it's a massive deal breaker, but it certainly isn't like a check all the boxes thing. All right, so that's just what I'm getting at here. So to summarize, I see mostly bullish indications here that Rndr is going to continue to progress upwards, minus the one little caveat there of 711 not being closed above on the 1-day candlestick yet. We'll see what happens here soon. And if we look at TD sequential, just to note, we get a bunch of resets. So it's in essence, it's kind of still consolidating, but you can see these very strong increases followed by decreases, where it's, the bears are still saying, hey, the price is not worth more than it's at right now. We're not willing to concede. We're going to take our profits. So just bear that in mind. No pun intended there either. And that's kind of what's happening, okay? So that's kind of where we're at. Let me just go ahead and summarize here as well, outside of what I referred to there, and just kind of let you know that if we were to get, just say, an increase, because this whole progression of Rndr, it kind of started right about the 1st of November, very close to it. And we were almost a full month's worth into trading. So in this month's worth of trading, we saw the price increase right in the range of about 930%. Okay. So to get that same amount of growth, that same amount of distance from where the price action is at, now we're going to be able to see, and again, it slows down, of course. It would only be 100% growth, but we would see effectively very close to a 2x from where the price is at right now, upwards about 1690. So round number to say $17 would be an absolute best case scenario, but I think, according to this data here, we should expect to see that in the next month. So by year end, we can speculate that Rndr would probably be 2x from where it's at presently, upwards of $17. That's the potential for it if it repeats the same behavior. And bear in mind, it doesn't have to, right? But most coins do that. They have a tendency of performing the same exact thing over and over again, just in different time periods. And it took a month for it to jump up this much. It'll take at least another month to go that much further, if that makes sense, right? But great news, we have a nice, fairly healthy area of consolidation here, right? So the fact of the matter is it's spent enough time to reset. So if we look at TD sequential on the 1-day chart, you can see that we have we're at a state of consolidation, and we had a 1 there and we got a 1 here. So simply put, we have hypothetically 9 more days of bullish momentum left in the tank. We could see that happen soon because it had enough time to relax. Okay, so all the good things here. I'm mostly bullish on Rndr, just more so bullish on Rndr long term than short term, if that makes sense. So hopefully this found you well and this helped you, of course. If so, great, awesome. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Let me know when you got in on Rndr, and more importantly, let me know if you'd like to join our community. That new slots will be available December 1st. Just bear that in mind. That's available through our Patreon account, and we'll look forward to getting to know you better. Hopefully have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you soon. Take care.